Whatever you do, make sure you visit ashkicking.com for your home fragrance, health, and beauty needs. Quality products at a great price.
Hi, you're watching DONTAE'S Boxing Nation. Woo! Hey.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive over there right now.
All right, DONTAE'S Boxing Nation, and I'm over here with the man, Derek James, trainer of Errol Spence. What's going on, Derek?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
All right, family. Hey, man, everybody's still buzzing off of that press conference, man. It's like that just sold the fight even more. You and Dominic Ingo getting into it, y'all went back and forth. I mean, so if you could kind of reiterate and go over exactly what you guys were debating over now, since you had some time to kind of reflect on the situation.
You know what's the funny thing about it, man, is that I just initially, if you saw the whole thing, man, I was like, you ain't gonna come at my man like that. And we said what we said, it was just point blank. But they kind of were taking shots. And so the guy from Sky Sports, the moderator, was like, I touched him on the back and said, hey, listen, I want to say something, man, because really, it all boiled down to the fact that everybody keeps giving him this pass for losing.
Mm-hmm.
So the reality of it is this. Your goal was to go 12 rounds. You went 5. Out of the 4, and really you went 4 rounds. You won 2 of the 4 rounds. Say hypothetically the fight went 12. You still won 2 of the 4 rounds. But you got knocked out. Nobody keeps dwelling on that because what it is, it's obvious. After that fight, the whole world, I've seen people on social media pat him on the back and say, well, he did good. Or the guy says he takes claim, he took claim in the press conference for Danny Jacobs going 12 rounds of Triple G. He said, well, I set the blueprint. Brother, listen, the blueprint is winning the fight, not get knocked out. So see, but that's the delusional aspect of the situation is that American fans, I see all these people on social media saying, well, he did. Well, no, man, he lost, man.
Yeah.
You know, he lost. I mean, so my thing is but that's your claim to fame. And he talks about fighting Sean Porter. All right? And, I mean, listen, you beat Sean Porter, okay. You know, Sean Porter, not Errol Spence.
But at the same time, too, you guys were also trying to make the point that Errol Spence was facing better competition before he even made the step up. So it's kind of like,
that's right.
Yeah, that's why I was listening, and I'm like, I don't think Dominic Ingo or Team Kell Brook, they understand what you guys are saying. You know, now they make a valid point when they say, yeah, of course Sean Porter is a better opponent than Algieri, but you were trying to say if that was Errol Spence, he would have already came out the blocks fighting the Sean Porters way before Kell Brook did. That's what you were trying to say, right?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, he asked for Sean Porter 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the reality of it. He said Sean Porter's name and everybody else's name 2 years ago. They coddled him. They pacified him. He fights. He didn't fight for the world title, so he had 30-something fights. Or when you look at it like this, if you look at his record, if you break it down, by the 21-0, his opponents had 800 and something losses. So when he gets 25-0, 800 something losses,
wow.
with 200 and something wins. So, and what I told him, I said, listen, if you break that down, there's 13 wins and 41 losses per fighter.
Yeah.
But then if you go 25-0, like 900 somewhere. So basically, they basically he was the special one or the chosen one. He was the one that they liked. You know, and they helped build his record. They padded his record.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it is. I mean, that's the point we're making is that he and Errol said it best. He said, man, he's only fought 2 good fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Two good fighters. I mean, you know, and one of them he lost to him.
Uh-huh.
But you can't. And Sean Porter is not Errol Spence. Let's not get that mistaken. Let's not get it confused. They're 2 different skill sets, 2 different type of fighters. So Don't. You can't ride off of that one particular guy and compare that to that guy. Those two different guys, two different situations.
And what do you? I gotta say, play devil's advocate on that one. What do you say to them though? Because they're gonna say the same thing that they're gonna say Kell Brook is not Algieri. So I mean, what are you saying in response to that?
And listen, Errol Spence sparred with Sean Porter a lot. He tells people they sparred twice. 2 rounds. I saw him spar 3 rounds, and he was in the Olympic training camp, which I got every one of those videos. He sparred more than 2 rounds. That's what. And listen, I guarantee you. I mean, hey, listen, they sparred a lot. Put it like that.
You said,
and listen, there were 2 different types of situations. I haven't even seen the Kell Brook Sean Porter fight. I can't find it. I've been trying to look at it. I can't find it. I'm not having send it to me, but
you haven't seen it yet?
No, man. I mean, I wasn't interested in it.
You gotta watch that one.
But this is the thing about because I can't find it anywhere. But I have my people send it to me. But what happens is this: they said he won a close decision. Like a real close decision, right? Was it, or did Kell really beat him, or was it really close? I mean, I don't know.
It was close enough. I was there live. I covered that fight. It was close enough to where it could have went either way. It was.
Well, damn. All right. Wait, that's enough. I don't want to hear it. That's enough. Look, the day Sean Porter give Errol Spence a fight like that, listen, that's the last. I mean, come on, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Sean Porter, but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna say what Max Kellerman said. He said, Sean Porter's good. Danny Garcia's good. What's the guy? Keith Thurman's good. Kell Brook is good. But Errol Spence is different. He's special. You can see it. He said what he's doing doesn't look like what they're doing. He's more technically sound, point blank. I don't care about what people, he fought better. Listen, man, Kell Brook has been coddled. And for people to argue me down and say that they think that Kell Brook is going to be Errol Spence, if he struggled with Sean Porter, what is he going to do with Errol Spence, who's more technically sound? He's not running in there. He has defense. He has the ability to counterpunch. So, what is he going to do? I mean, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. I don't get it. And listen, but we all have to see on May 27th.
Hey, Derek, I heard you when they were facing off. I could hear you going back and forth with Kell Brook's team, and you was like, "Hey, don't start that stuff. Don't start that stuff." What was you guys talking about?
Well, the guy said something about some drugs, some steroids. But when I told them to stop that, they stopped. They didn't say it again.
Oh, okay.
I said, man, don't start that, man. Come on, you for real?
Yeah.
This dude don't take vitamins, man, and supplements. So you telling me this is Nevada testing? He take the he put like this. He taking Nevada testing all while he was in the amateurs because he was number 1. All for 4 years.
Yeah, they take the most strenuous testing in the Olympics, right?
That's right. Yeah, they take the blood and the urine. So what you're saying is they watch you pee. They watch you use the restroom. So what you're saying is, so he goes to his whole amateur career drug-free, but now he wants to use drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. So, I mean, it's an asinine thought, man. And, I told them to stop it, and they stopped. They stopped saying it.
I mean, but for the record, do you know if there is going to be VADA, USADA, any type of Olympics?
They're doing VADA testing.
They are doing VADA testing.
Yeah, they're doing VADA testing. Yeah.
That shuts everything down then, right there. That shuts everything down right there. So it should never be mentioned. And so I'm thinking you probably taking offense when they basically suggesting just because Errol Spence is knocking people out in impressive fashion, it must be some type of way of him cheating.
Well, it's just the fact that he punched correctly. He punched with his whole body. So if you imagine like boxers who punch, like their physical strength is one thing, but to hit somebody with your whole body. So if you weigh 140 pounds, you hit him with 140 pounds of pressure, don't knock him out. Nobody can stand up to 100, 140, 160, 200. So if they're rotating their whole body into the punch it correctly, you don't get knockouts, point blank. It's the mechanics of it, just like this. When you watch Andre Ward's fight, when he fought Kovalev, right, and Kovalev gave it all away. He's not a big puncher. He has great mechanics. He rotates into his punches. So he puts it. That's why his jab was so hard, because he was leaning on the front foot, he was rotating, boom, like rotating his body. So he has great mechanics, right? Mm-hmm. It's not about him being heavy-handed. Just because when he hit Ward, remember, he hit Ward and he was off, and he hit him the first time, knocked him down, but he didn't put his body behind the shot. So Ward was able to get up and overcome that. But he has great mechanics, man. That's really what it is. And if you have good mechanics, I mean, you're gonna see
great results.
Punches. You got because think about this guy hitting you with the weight of his whole body, putting it into the punch. So it's not about how physical strong you are. That's what most fighters depend on, their physical strength, opposed to punching with your whole body, and you hit them with your whole force of your body. Which you drop a 140-pound brick on somebody's head, you're gonna crush the skull and break the ribs. And that's when you punch correctly, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And that's why you get knockouts. It's not about steroids and whatever, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. What type of body language did you get from Kell Brook when you guys first seen him at the press conference?
Well, what's funny initially when we got over there, man, it was crazy because we kind of almost didn't go. I mean, they were like, all the information was scattered all over the place. We get to fly to London, get there, drive 3 hours to Sheffield, go to the room, take a shower, get dressed. We walked in, and we didn't know what to expect. So we walked in, and like, let's get started. I mean, like, okay, so it was just like, listen, it was just like that. So it wasn't, none of it was about us, right? Mm-hmm. And it's okay.
Yeah.
We understand the situation, just like, and really it's about, and you look at it, and it's about America versus Great Britain. Mm-hmm. And that's how they're painting it. I mean, and I told them, like, I see the way y'all reference him as the American and this and that. So you all are painting the picture that you all creating your own narrative that you want to sell to your people. But his body language, like look, because we had never stood next to each other. When we went to sit down, we walked in front of them, so it was like they didn't get to see each other, And Kell in the press conference, he was talking about how big he is and how strong he is and how he's gonna bully this guy and bully that guy. So that's what his idea is that think about this. And I'm gonna go back to what Dominic Engel said. He made an asinine argument. See, listen, he is 5'9", so he is bigger and stronger than everybody else he's been fighting. You look at him, bigger than JoJo Dan. He's bigger than these guys. He's more athletic than these guys. And so this is the adage he said. He said that Errol Spence fought Chris Algieri. Now listen to him. He said he fought Chris Algieri, and he thinks that's qualified enough to make him fight a good fight. That's his best fighter. But check this out. He said, we beat Sean Porter. And who does Sean Porter beat? Now listen to this. Who are the two guys? So Chris Algieri weighed 140 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. Moved up to 147. Yeah. And that was his argument. So yeah. Who were the two guys that Sean Porter beat? Think about it. Devon Alexander.
Paulie Malignaggi.
What was 147, was 135, then 147, 140, right? Mm-hmm. 140 pounder. And Devon Alexander, which was a what? 140 pounder. So your guy beat two of the same guys that Errol fought. Two 140 pounders, right? Yeah. Because he said, I remember you all fought a 140 pounder, and he's whatever 12 stone, whatever. Okay, I got you. I got you. But the same argument you said. Now listen to this. We fought Sean Porter. Well, Sean Porter beat who? 140 pound Paulie Malignaggi and 140 pound Devon Alexander. And that's the best fighter you fought against. A guy who beat two light welterweights. Yeah. So Your argument was you beat you when you were trying to degrade us in your argument. You basically, when you think and you listen to his argument, he belittles his own argument. But what he was saying, because your guy only fought 140-pounders, also, and beat two 140-pounders, and then fought Adrian Broner, who's what, a 135-pounder. So how do you consistently argue that, okay, that's the best fighter you fought against, but you can't belittle the guy we fought against? This guy he beat the G before Triple G was Triple G, which was the guy Provodnikov. It was a big puncher. And really, he was just trying to fight Amir Khan, right? When he just trying to fight Amir Khan?
Yeah, that's who he wanted instead of this fight.
What is Amir Khan? 140-pounder.
Yeah, well,
he went to the Olympics at 130-something. He fought 140, and he moved up to 147. He's a 140-pounder also. He's Chris Algieri, 2.0. And then Chris Algieri fought him to basically a draw. He could have won the fight. He could have won either way, right? So how do you make the argument about us when you're trying to fight the exact same guy that Chris Algieri fought to basically a draw?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just asking a question when you think about it, when you sit and think about, you play it back and you think about it, like, you can't answer that question.
Yeah, you basically saying they're doing the same thing they're accusing you guys of doing, basically. I see.
Yeah, but they're trying to belittle us for fighting a guy he was a step up from supposedly the opposition we had been facing. But at the same time, we fought a guy that Sean Porter fought, and Phil Greco. Sean Porter went 10 rounds with him.
Yeah,
Errol went 3 rounds with him. That's when I first met you. That's when I first met you when you were at the gym at Floyd's gym. We fought Phil Greco.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, what was this? This I still don't know. I'm probably late on this, but he kept saying something about a chocolate brownie. I never heard of the term before.
Hey, listen, man, listen. I'm just gonna say, it doesn't sound right. Whatever the hell you think it is. A man tell another man you're gonna give him a chocolate brownie. Or I'm gonna give you some. This is what he said. I'm gonna give you some of this chocolate brownie.
Is that what he said?
Now listen. I'm gonna give you some of this chocolate brownie. Dude, that does not sound right. That's all I got to say.
Didn't sound right at all.
But he's saying he named his right hand chocolate brownie.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you some of this. You have to find a better way to say that, brother.
Yeah.
Hold on, dude. Wait a minute. Don't come to me like that. That's the chocolate brownie, brother. He said that's his right hand.
I guess that's how they get down in the UK with terms and phrases like that. But yeah,
it doesn't sound right though.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. It's not very masculine terminology.
Oh,
you can say chocolate brownie to somebody else, but just not to another guy.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm gonna give you some. And listen, this is where I'm gonna give you some of this chocolate brownie. Now, what does that sound like?
Yeah, that remind me of Cedric the Entertainer saying, "I ain't never calling another dude delicious." That's what that reminds me.
That's the same thing, man.
I mean, and I noticed last time I talked to you, and this is something I always believed, that Kell Brook probably was the best champion, at welterweight right now. But was you surprised that Dominic Ingo, he wouldn't give Errol Spence the same type of credit when he said that he didn't see him as one of the best welterweights? He said something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, he said, there's better welterweights out there.
In America.
Yeah.
He's in America is what he said.
Yeah.
But hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, 1 second. Oh yeah, 1 second. Oh?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, okay, so he said that they're better welterweights in America. So I think that what happens is that what you saw is that him just being upset, man, because when I put the stats out there and those numbers out there, which is true, people they like to say that people lie, men lie, whatever. Those stats, those numbers didn't lie.
Yeah.
That's to say, his level of competition was not great, and he hadn't fought great competition, not to even earn that level of acclaim. But I think he's a good. People like this. I think he's a good welterweight. I don't think he's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's good. I mean, I think he's very good. I mean, just like, and listen, when you listen to those guys, they all got upset, man, when I was talking to them because I shut everybody down about the Triple G talk. I was like, man, listen, man, stop talking about that. And then listen, and when you see he fought, what's so perfect about it, he fought Danny Jacobs the week before. He looked very slow, very lethargic, slow feet, slow hands. He looked skillless. He was just a big puncher.
Uh-huh.
I'm just telling you how he looked to me.